So Richard Dawkins from Oxford University in his latest book, The God Delusion, has decided to call out all the agnostics of the world and say it's time to evangelize a new breed of atheist. It's time to come out of the closet, so to speak, and embrace your atheism. It's okay to be a pure naturalist, materialist, non-theist, non-religious person in this world. So I read this book, and a lot of people told me, be careful, be careful. Well, I read the book, and it was a lot of the same arguments I was looking at when I was a critic, cynic, skeptic. I was a naturalist, materialist, and I looked at a lot of these. And they're great. They're great portrayals of some of the definitive arguments. He looks at the anthropic principle. He looks at Pascal's theorem. He looks at a lot of different arguments once and for all and says, you know what? It's okay to be an atheist in this new 21st century science and technology culture. But, you know, what I really got out of this book wasn't somehow something that was going to threaten my faith in God, but rather I kind of thought that Richard Dawkins was just recasting God in his own image. What I mean by that is Richard Dawkins really looked at all the beauty and the wonder and the fine-tuning inherent in our universe and the complexity of life. And he looked at all of these things and he called them out and he said, just look at the awesome wonder of chance and time. Look at this incredible capital N nature that put all of this together. You see, I really think that Richard Dawkins has just recast God in his own image and called him capital N nature. He gets to a final point. He does these 3 pages of just wondrous kind of summary of all of this order and design and complexity in nature. And he says what the theist is doing is just filling the gap with God. Yes, all of that stuff is incredible. Yes, all of that stuff couldn't have come about randomly by chance. It was just too wondrous. I mean, the chemical properties, the mathematical constants, the laws of physics, awesome. And then the theist has to come in and mess it up by adding God to the equation. But see, us atheists, we can rest in that wondrous chance, that wondrous nature. We don't have to fill the gap with God. We don't have to add another layer of wonder. We don't have to add another layer of designer. Okay? So what I think Richard Dawkins has finally done here is presented the definitive expose on faith. We both acknowledge the same awesome causation and order and design and fine-tuning inherent in everything we see from the universe to the human body. He just has faith that it was capital N nature that did it, and some of us have faith that it was capital G God that did it. Something to think about.